Hi, this is Carolyn, and I'm here with Aaron, and this is National Tennis Month. Last week, we discussed how you can get your friends to start playing tennis, and this week, we're going to discuss how you can get people to start playing in leagues. I know Aaron and I both really enjoy playing in competitive USTA leagues, but not everyone can do that. So, Aaron, how would you suggest people start playing in leagues?
So there's a lot of different ways. You could, there's a lot of meetup groups that people find tennis through, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a really big one. We had Janie on a year or so ago, and she eventually started playing USTA leagues and then becoming a coordinator, but she had like 1,500 people at one point or something on a meetup group.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? And they were meeting every week or a couple times a week. So that's a huge one. And then what always happens in situations like that, you may start with the, 200 meetup group friends, and you always end up finding, who your people are and who you want to form teams with and kind of whittle that down. But that's just a really good, you could do a meetup group about any subject. So that's a really good way to find tennis in your area.
Yes. In addition to meetup groups, there's also social drinking leagues. So where you can just sign up and it's not competitive. It's more, you're just out there to drink and enjoy your times with friends. So you don't have to play competitive tennis every time you play.
Mm-hmm.
USTA also has a group for under 30. So do you remember, I think it was Alicia that told us that from USTA, that even though I think her mom's like a 5-0 player, she doesn't want to play with people that are really a lot older than her. So you can find the league that fits your age group that maybe you feel a little bit more comfortable with.
Right. Yeah. Actually, talking to her, I think you and I both laughed because we playing 18 and over and now 40 and over. Yeah. I think we made a little joke saying we don't want to play the ladies that are 55 and over because they're so good. They're so crafty. And Alicia was like, well, my mom doesn't want to play an 18-year-old, either. So it kind of we understood it. Everyone's in the same boat, right? 18-year-olds don't want to play 30 or 40-year-olds. 30-year-olds don't want to play 50-year-olds. 50-year-olds don't want to play 18-year-olds. We all really want to play within our age group. So there's a lot of, it doesn't even have to be through USTA. It can be through your local CTA, which I know we talked about last week. Contact your local community tennis association, your CTA, because there are programs all over the country. Our local area has an under 30 league. And like you said, the social, I guess they call them beer leagues, wine leagues, whatever you want to call them. And I know a lot of people that they love that. Those are their favorite leagues. They don't even want to play competitive tennis. They are literally there to hit a ball, to get a little exercise, and they're there for the drinks, the mimosas, the whatever. They're there for the social aspect.
Yeah,
and that is a really important part of tennis.
Yes,
and you do not have to play in a league. Yeah, in a league to play tennis every single week with your friends.
That's a great point.
You just have to get outside and say you're going to play tennis, even if you don't maybe end up playing tennis sometimes.
That's right. But if you do want to play on a competitive league, maybe you're someone that does want to play in a competitive league, USTA does have the option now where you can sign up without a team. We learned from Marilyn Sherman and I think Danny Broadstreet from USTA that now USTA has an option where you can just go online, sign up as an individual, and then the team can find you.
Yes. And it goes the other way too. So that's a really good point. If I am new to an area or all of a sudden I'm like, you know what? I haven't played for 20 years. I want to start playing. I want to find a group, but I don't know how to do that. Definitely look. USTA's website is super robust and has all that information on there, but you can sign up for a team at whatever level you're playing at. You can, get your rating, or if you know your rating, sign up for a team. And then there's a box that is I am looking for a team. What did I call it before? It was tennis dating.
Yes, I thought that was so fun.
Right?
I play the do side. I'm looking for the team.
That's right. I'm ready to party. But it also goes for those of us that have captained in the past. If we want to start a team, but maybe we only have I remember, I don't know, a little bit ago, we were talking about forming a team, but I think we only had 6 on level or something. But I remembered that Marilyn and Danny had told us about that, the fact that an individual player can find a team, but as a captain, you could form a team on USTA's website, and then you could leave your team, they called it open.
Yeah.
And then people could sign up on your team. Like you as a captain didn't necessarily have to go out and do all the legwork and find the people. They could sign up and basically pick your team, pick your team that you're captaining.
Yeah, that's a great option.
So yeah, it definitely, it helps. Yeah, it helps players and captains in that sense.
And you can also sign up for tournaments too. I mean, if you don't have the time to sign up for a league where you want to play, maybe know you're going to travel a lot this year, or you're not available, but just certain weekends, you can always find a tournament you can play in with friends.
Yeah. There's actually two things that made me think when you said that, Carolyn. There's two different things. Number one of the things I learned a couple weeks ago when we were in Atlanta with the USTA Southern folks was some people just play tournaments. And you and I, remember we were sitting in a meeting and we kind of looked at each other like, oh, wow, not everybody plays just like we do. A lot of people just play tournaments all over.
Yes.
It could just be in their area, or they could do a little bit of traveling for it, which I think is really cool because I had just never thought about that. But the other thing that USTA does is not only do they run a whole bunch of tournaments all over the country, they have a new thing called a Flex League. Well, I don't know how new it is, but it's called it's USTA Flex League. And I was just reading up about it because I had a friend interested in signing up for Flex League, but she was asking me for advice, but I didn't know a lot about it.
Yeah.
So I did some
I've never heard of it before. I've never heard of Flex League before.
Yeah. So it's kind of like what we talked about last week about getting your friends to start playing tennis and signing up for a tennis ladder. It's basically USTA's, I think, if I read it correctly, you can join a team and not have to show up every single week, on the same day at the same time to be part of a team. You can be on a Flex League team and you get to pick when you can play. So it sounds like you work it out with your opponents.
Oh, okay.
And that's why they call it a Flex League, as opposed to like what you and I do, which is like, let's say we're on a Saturday, 1 p.m. team in the spring, and those are the days that our matches are, and we may or may not be in the lineup. Flex League sounds like you pick your day and time to play. So you could still play in a league and it can still be competitive, but it does not need to be at this, like, if people travel for work or if they have other obligations, on days, but they really want to be part of a team, which is really important to a lot of people, there is a Flex League that they can sign up for. It's all on the USTA's website.
That's
super easy to find. Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a great option. And then I just thought about World Team Tennis. That's another league you can join and you can play. And it has a really interesting format, and say that you're playing singles one day and you feel like you're getting tired and you want to be subbed out, you can be subbed out. So I really like that about World Team Tennis. So there's all these different options to play.
Yes. The other thing with World Team is it's really nice that you don't need a lot of people. You only need 4 players, I think, if I'm correct. I think you need 2 men and 2 women.
That's right.
Because you play women's singles, men's singles, mixed doubles, and then you play women's doubles, men's doubles. Is that correct?
Yes. I think you play the mix last.
I could be saying that wrong.
Yeah, but that's all you need.
The order is, the order might be completely, I mean, I didn't say it in order, but you basically need 4 players. So that gives you a lot of options to have a very small team. You don't need 15 people. You don't have to find a whole bunch. You could do it with a family. I think it goes by rating. So you have to watch your rating, who's on the team based on their rating. But the format is very easy to form an entire team out of.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you were mentioning to me too, Erin, to look on social media that you saw where you could find a lot of different leagues on social media.
Yes. And here's the thing about social media. If you are anti-social media, I completely understand. There's a lot of people that are not interested in being on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter for whatever reason. And I get it. TikTok, all the social medias. But you could literally just go on Instagram.com, find USTA. And what I mean is like literally USTA, find the national, the national page on Instagram. And then you can find all the state ones on there as well. You could do like USTA North Carolina, USTA, name a state, USTA something, USTA California. And oftentimes, because I am on social media and I follow a lot of tennis on social media, I see so many times where a state or even a local section will say, hey, we're looking for 3, 5, 55 and over players for, a weekend team. So I have seen like even I'm sitting here in North Carolina, but I'll see like USTA Georgia post, registration's closing this week. We're looking for 3 more players, or, I've seen it many, many times. And remember we had Yubi on who said he did not, now he's a 4-5 tennis player, but he's also a pickleball player, but he did not get on social media until he started playing pickleball. And that's where he's really found his community. So even if you're anti-social media for other reasons, you can be for social media for your tennis passion if you're looking to find competitive teams, social teams, anything. It's all, there's a million Facebook groups for tennis.
And don't be afraid to sign up for a league or to play. I mean, we're all not very good out there. And I think tennis can be, I think it was Adna that we had on that was a beginner. And she said tennis can be very intimidating and signing up for a league can be very intimidating. But, it's also fun. Like it's going to eat with your team, meeting new people. Yes. I mean, I still get nervous before every match and I never know how I'm going to play, but it's so much fun. And Erin, I remember your very first match. You told a funny story about what happened to you. Can you tell that again?
I think I even told you that again last week. Yes, I had taken a bunch of lessons and then I was finally ready. I'm like, I'm going to just jump into the deep end, right?
Yes.
So I decided that I was going to sign up for a summer league, thinking it wasn't very competitive, which it wasn't way back then when I started. It was super fun. Everyone was like playing on the team with their friend, picking a team to play on based on playing with their friend rather than like, a captain that had just, wanted them on their team for whatever reason. So I was playing and, my very first match was, I think I lost 6-0, 6-1, maybe 6-0, 6-0. I don't know. I have to go back. And then the ladies were so nice and said, hey, do you guys want to stick around and hit a little longer? And I thought, that's so nice of them.
Right.
But what I realized, years later was they just didn't get a very long workout. So they just wanted to hit the ball a little bit longer, but they were very sweet about it. And I was so proud of myself for doing something really outside my comfort zone.
Yes.
And it was very nerve-wracking. I mean, you're going in there and you, even if nobody is putting pressure on you, but you're going to put pressure on yourself thinking, now I'm competing. I have to I'm either going to win or lose a match, right?
Right.
You're putting yourself in a situation. You're either going to come out the winner or the loser. But, and it is nerve-wracking, but I felt so proud of myself even after my 6-0, 6-1 or 6-0, 6-0 loss. And because it was in the middle of the day in the summer, instead of celebrating with a mimosa or a drink, I went and I don't know, had an iced coffee or something. But I was proud of myself. I was really excited that I played my first USTA match.
Yeah. And you should
And then each one does get a little easier.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. And I think too that you're then surrounding yourself with, especially if you start as a beginner, like a 2-5, you're surrounding yourself with other people that are willing to step outside their comfort zones. So you meet these amazing people that are willing to try new things and to, get out there and possibly lose 6-0, 6-0, but you can't lose worse than 6-0, 6-0. So, I mean, we've all lost that way. And there you go.
Yeah. And every match might be going up from there, right?
That's right.
Set the bar low. You're going to be excited when you get even a game or two, a couple matches later.
Yeah. So don't be afraid to get out there and try it.
Yeah. And I think you said something earlier about tennis can be intimidating, and it really can. And I think that's why I'm really excited that I know it's been a few years where USTA has tried to push this National Tennis Month, May being the National Tennis Month. And I think it is really important for it to be, a big month to push people to, again, maybe outside their comfort zones, to push them into either getting back into playing or starting to play. But it shouldn't be intimidating. People should understand you are supposed to be out there playing for fun. And I think that's, I really think that it's a great thing that what USTA is doing to push, awareness of the sport.
If you have any other ideas on how people can find or sign up for social or competitive leagues, please let us know. You can message us on our website, which is secondservepodcast.com. Thanks so much for listening and hope to see you on the courts soon.